Now, I have mixed feelings about today's project. Basically, if you watch my yarn stash clean out video, you know that I had a bit of a reckoning with how much yarn I have. And I have a really bad habit of buying yarn that I think is cool with no idea what I'm gonna make with it. And I also like to buy one skein, so I usually run out of the yarn. So instead of planning projects and then buying yarn for it, I'm trying to go through an era of making projects based on the yarn that I have. And today's victim is this gorgeous multicolor alpaca boucle. And it's actually so funny because in my last video, I went to one of my favorite yarn stores here in Chicago called Yarnify, and I picked out a hedgehog fibers alpaca boucle. And this yarn, I didn't know what it was because I bought it years ago in Chicago, also at the same yarn store. And then I went back in my camera roll to look, and it's literally the same hedgehog fibers alpaca boucle, just in a different color. So I guess it's good to know that I'm drawn to the same thing over the years. You're probably wondering why it's not connected to my project. It's because it got tangled in my purse because I wasn't carrying it in a canvas bag, even though I know better. And so then I had to break it. But I already started just because I wanted to kind of figure out what this color looks like worked up. Like, it is a little bit funky and not really something I'd normally wear, but I just was so intrigued by it. And look how pretty it is. I was worried it was a little sully coated because of the purple and the blue, but it also has like little touches of kind of a golden brown yellow that is so pretty. I don't have super specific plans for this. Honestly, for this kind of yarn, I would normally knit it like really, really loose because that's what I typically do with boucles. But for this color, like, I don't really see myself wearing like an oversized sweater in this color. I can kind of imagine it in like a nice slimmer fitting long sleeve shirt. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm using 3.25 millimeter needles, but I'm knitting really, really loose. So it's probably closer to like a 4 millimeter. Honestly, I think project wise, this might not be the most interesting project to watch me make because it is just gonna be very, very slow progress. I also brought like matching mohairs, like a purple and a blue and kind of like a yellow, because I thought I'd be able to use those for the sleeves once I ran out. But I'm looking at this and honestly, I think I might have enough to make the whole shirt, which would be ideal, but would also make the video even more boring. Anyway, I'm about to head to the Art Institute with my mom. I am wearing my Cezanne, actually this is not my Cezanne bobby coat. Mine is the light colored one. I just got this darker kind of khaki one for my mom for Christmas, but I'm borrowing it because I brought like no clothes to Chicago. And then this is my little scalloped edge mohair triangle scarf that I made in my Pinterest accessories video, and I just have it closed up with this little pearl ring. And yeah, I'm excited. We try and go to the Art Institute like every year. They always have new exhibits. Oh, and I'm carrying this bag that I just got from my sister for Christmas. It's from Charles Keith. She got it when she was in Singapore, and it's like very Miu Miu vibes. I love the brown and gold. Oh, and I always talk about how much I love my scents from Lore, and for the holidays, they sent me these little sizes, which is so perfect because I can bring them when I'm traveling. This one is Lovely and a little twisted. This one and Sublimity are my two favorites. Fuck.
Do you see the match?
She's wearing my hat too.
They have this really good one that's just like
I'm eating
fried
chicken
chicken, but
too.
like piled with green onions.
Wait, it smells so good.
And I leave some in here so you can keep it cold.
Okay, thank you.
葡萄酒你想尝一下吗？ Good? No words. Yeah. Phones first. All right, we are now in Cancun. We flew directly from Chicago to Cancun. I'm here for a fun little week-long trip with my parents. What is happening? This yarn is in my ring. So I know I mentioned earlier that I was working, okay, just dropped a stitch. Awesome. I was working this with 3.25 millimeter needles. And the thing is, I chose those because I was thinking about this as if I was working like a lace weight mohair. But because it's a boucle, it does have like extra, not width, but like bulk to it. It was like becoming a very dense fabric, which really wasn't what I was going for. So I went back to my trusty old 5 millimeter needles. This is somehow what I end up using for every single knitting project. And I feel like this textile is a lot prettier. Like, it's still not super sheer, but I think you have to use like a kind of larger needle if you're gonna work a boucle. Otherwise, like, what's the point of it being a boucle? Also, if you guys don't know what boucle is, it's like, it has like little extra loops coming out of it, if you can see. The colorway is kind of growing on me. Like, now that it's built out a little bit more, it's feeling more wearable to me and a little bit less silly coated. I'm actually using this red long sleeve as kind of like a base for the like silhouette / pattern pieces. And this is just like the perfect kind of like slim fit, comfy long sleeve with like a higher boat neck. So I'm basically just gonna replicate this. We are almost at the point where we split it into the front and the back. I might do a few extra rows because this is like a more of a slim fit shirt. We want to get like a little bit higher up before we split. Then I'm going to work the front and back panels. Normally I create like a pretty, I was going to say meaningful neckline. Like just like I do give like a little bit of extra space here, but for this one I really want it to be like pretty high neck. So I think I'm barely going to create a neckline. And then we have to talk about what we're going to do for the sleeves because I haven't really decided yet. But let's get dressed for Cancun weather. I picked out some swimsuits from Dippin' Daisies for this trip. And the first one, this is from their like sister brand, I think, called Risque. I just really love how this fits. I feel like I try and pick things that are flattering for me having like a smaller chest and wider hips. It's also not like ridiculously cheeky in the back. And I like that you can see my little under boob tattoo because especially in the winter, I kind of be forgetting that I got that. Over this, I'm gonna wear my Cezanne polka dot dress. I wore this all the time over the summer and I'm so excited to wear it again. I just think it's so pretty and it's also like the most comfortable piece of clothing on earth because it's kind of just like a giant tent of fabric, but it's still so chic. I literally get compliments on the street whenever I wear this. And then this necklace I have yet to wear. I also got it from Cezanne and I feel like it's perfect with this swimsuit. I'm just gonna wear these cream sandals from Stradivarius. I purchased these out of necessity when I lost my suitcase in Europe. And they were literally like 20 bucks, but they're like my favorite sandals now. They're so cute and they're so comfortable. And then Mira once again carrying this little brown bag. It's not an exact color match, but I didn't really bring like a small bag for this trip anyway. So kind of perfect that Hope got this for me. And the part that I'm low-key most excited about, I just got these sunglasses from Jimmy Fairley. They're my favorite eyewear brand. And I always struggle to find big sunglasses that don't look comically big on me. And these, I know there's nothing crazy about them, but I honestly think like the shape is so unique. Like I like that it's kind of like medium big, rounded. This like reddish color is also really fun. And I mean, it looks so cute with this outfit, but I also think it's perfect for like winter, like wearing like a big fur coat and then popping these on and just looking very mysterious. And yeah, there is our outfit for today. Now I need to go take the bus and find my parents. We aren't staying right by the water, but look how gorgeous the view is from our window. Oh my god, the watercolor looks actually unreal. Cute! Okay.
Silly girl!
Oh.
煮的有点烂，妈妈的可能不用等那么久。
Very orange. 你说两个都要。
Non le sa eso. ¿Ahí recibe careta? Sí, nada más que después en el 5% de comisión va a costar.
啤酒跟 mezcal 加那个盐和柠檬。
Medium fresh.
Okay, we are doing an evening update because I didn't have time to check in this morning because I slept until basically right before we had to leave. The markets were really cute downtown. I didn't really buy much, but let me show you what I got. There was one stall, they weren't like specializing in jewelry or anything. They just had a table with like some really random bangles on it. But the first one I got is this kind of like wooden engraved one, which I think is so pretty. Then I got this fat one that's honestly kind of giving Chinese a little bit. I like all the colors in it because I feel like it ties in really well with like more colorful outfits. Like it went perfectly with that green dress I was wearing. And then this one honestly reminds me of some of the ones that I've seen in like Indian or like Bengali jewelry stores. It's like a silver cuff, but I picked this one that has like gold on it. So I feel like it's perfect for matching with gold or silver. I already have like a set of gold and silver kind of like metal bangles, but I've been seeing a bunch of Pinterest photos of people wearing bangles like over a sweater and kind of like cinching like a larger, thicker fabric. Oh, or like over a button up. And I think it's so cute. And I feel like these will be perfect for that because they're more like tight versus the like really loose kind of clangy ones that I have. These were each 70 pesos, so they were like what, like $3 or $4, super affordable. I tried on some rings too, and I always ask if it's like acero or plata, like if it's stainless steel or silver, and they that was my mom. This morning we went to Isla Mujeres. It's like an island that's like a 30-40 minute ferry ride from the hotel zone here in Cancun. I mean, there's nothing crazy there, but we mostly went snorkeling. We saw a bunch of fish. Oh, and I actually wore this bangle today because I wore this really cute set, also from Dippin' Daisies. It's unreleased, I think, as of now, but it'll be out by the time this video is out. It's like this yellow set and it's like a bikini plus these like low-waisted shorts. And I really liked it for snorkeling because the bottom just feels a little bit more secure for when I'm gonna be like plunging into water, because sometimes I do that and then my bottom just like comes untied and I'm like flashing the fish. Now, I haven't actually gotten that much knitting done because I've mostly been working on it in the evening when we get back to the hotel, because I'm obviously not working on it like when I'm in the water. I guess I'll try this on for you. The torso portion is done, although I don't think it's gonna look like anything over my red shirt, especially because these are technically supposed to be the exact same cut. So you could see I did a pretty good job of matching it. Like the neckline is like not quite as high and it's a little bit wider, but I don't think I mind that. So for the sleeves, I was asking my mom and she said maybe I should do like one purple, one blue, which isn't a bad idea. My only thing is I feel like the multicolored yarn has more blue than it has purple. So then if I do one of each, is it gonna look like asymmetrical? I think what I'm gonna do is just start with one of these colors and then decide to either do the whole sleeve in that color or do the stripes. I'm gonna take this off because it looks ridiculous, but you can tell like the sleeve circumference is much smaller than my sweaters, which normally have like really baggy sleeves. Oh, and speaking of the small sleeves, I bought myself a shorty set for Christmas. I mentioned this in like my previous videos, but Look how cute they are. I got it off Amazon. So far, I'm really happy with it. I like the quality. If you just use the little screw that it comes with, people always tell me that like when they buy interchangeable needles, it comes undone. You have to use this tiny thing. So let me take these 5mm needles and show you. You're gonna screw it on, and then you're gonna take this little thingy and stick it in the hole that's on the cable. And then you just use this as like leverage to tighten the cable onto the needle. And if you do this, I find that I can like work an entire sleeve and not have it come undone. I also appreciate the fact that there are some really, really short cables in here. Like look how short this one is, because it's actually short enough to work like, what is this called? Like cuff ribbing. Normally I have to use double pointed needles for that. But the last time I did cuff ribbing, I was actually able to use these instead, which is nice. Oh, and the reason I'm filming this now is because we are waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow to go to, where are we going?
Maya. The other name is super long. I don't remember.
Chichen Itza?
Yeah. Sounds right.
Okay, so we're going there and we're going to the cenotes, which I'm so excited for. Oh, and since I won't have time to film a get ready with me tomorrow, I think I'm gonna wear my little Loopy Studios blob top. I mentioned in my everything I made this year video that I had never actually worn it and that I actually do like it. So I think I'm just gonna wear that with like a pair of jorts and my boots. I'm excited for tomorrow, and we have like a pretty long car ride, so I'm hoping to actually make some progress on this that isn't in this bed. ¿Cuánto cuesta esto?
Esos quiero dejarlo 180.
¿Tienes otros colores?
Serían solo estas dos.
Solo estos.
Sí.
¿Es plata?
Es plata, claro.
¿Esto es el mismo?
Sí, 370.
Say hi! Okay, surprise, we are back in New York. I honestly was having a lot of trouble vlogging on this trip. I don't know, we would be out the whole day, and then I would get home, and then I would shower from the beach, and then I would lie in bed, and then I'd be going through my photos, and then I just wouldn't really be getting that much knitting done. And then we were waking up so early in the morning, so I'm like, I don't want to film an update at like 6:30 a.m. Also, there is no update because I barely knit. I was supposed to like make this, you know how I'm trying to like film vlogs that are more life and less project. And so it's supposed to be just like a cute little travel vlog, and it didn't matter how much I got done. But the thing about this shirt is that like, yes, I could split it up into 2 videos, but a vlog where all I do is make a second sleeve sounds really fucking boring, to be honest. You can see I ended up going with the same color for the sleeve. And it wasn't that the contrast sleeve looked bad, but I think because I have like a really wide neckline for this, when I made the sleeve a different color, there was like the tiniest sliver right here of this yarn, which looked a little bit odd to me. I think if I want to do the contrast sleeve, like it should be more of like a ribbed neckline where there's like quite a bit of the body color, because having just this little sliver I just don't think was cute. I keep trying to do this contrast sleeve thing in every video and it keeps not happening, and maybe it'll never happen. But for this, I've decided to just like be boring, do the same color. I've been decreasing like every 5 or 6 rows just so that it's like a nice snatched fit. I think I'm gonna stop decreasing at this point though, and then just have to crank out the same thing for the other sleeve. I don't love knitting on shorty needles. It's obviously not as fast as like knitting on normal needles, but the alternative is using double pointed needles, which I hate even more. So we're cranking along. And I know I talked about doing a matching scarf since I have those matching like other color mohairs anyway, but I thought about it. I only want to go through the effort of making a skinny scarf because even though it's like skinny, it does kind of take a while. I only want to go through that effort if it's like a scarf that I'm going to be able to wear with a lot of different outfits. And these colors, like this kind of like tealish color and black and purple, I just like don't see that color palette going that well with the rest of my wardrobe. So I might save the matching skinny scarf idea for like maybe like a solid top. I don't know, we'll see. Instead though, I have been seeing a lot of pins on Pinterest where people are like putting buttons along like the neckline or like along the cuff of their sweaters. And I have these leftover like mother of pearl buttons that I used for those little light blue knit hand warmers. And so I think if I do this all along here and all along the bottom of the sleeves, that could be really, really cute. I feel like the kind of like iridescence of these buttons just like goes really well with this color palette. The rest of this process is not going to be that interesting. It's just going to be me making a sleeve and me sewing on a bunch of buttons. But when I come back, we're going to have a finished shirt. I'm about to head to a birthday brunch for my friend Arissa. I finally got this sweater back. I had it in my SoCal home. It's from Cezanne and I just love it. It's like so soft, and I think I sized up to a large so that it would be like an oversized fit. And I've actually been wearing my little, where is it? Oh, it's right here. My little scalloped triangle scarf. I am in the process of writing a pattern for this and I have yet to like successfully style it as a hip scarf, but I feel like it kind of works with this outfit. Is that cute? I don't know, I'm running late, whatever. I'm also gonna wear this necklace that I just made yesterday. I saw this like inspo photo on Pinterest that was just linking like O-rings and then putting like a pearl pendant. So you can see like I wrapped this pearl in wire so that I could attach it. These rings obviously aren't as big as the ones in the inspo photo, but I had them on hand from that black sweater that I knit a while ago. And like, look how pretty and dainty that is. I don't know, I have been trying to recreate more stuff on Pinterest besides just like crochet and knit. I'm so annoyed. I left a bunch of my silver rings in Chicago at my sister's on accident. So we have a bit of a different stack today. Doing one of my favorite scents from Lore called Sublimity because it matches my sweater. I also just got this new purse from Le Teneur. I love the contrast stitching and the kind of like medium shape. It's perfect for holding my project. Okay, we're running really late. I need to go.
Oh, Karen's, obviously. I literally get everything from Karen.
She doesn't have any more?
No, she bought them I think on the most recent bead excursion. So I need to buy more because I also want to make another one with these.
I want to make one like this.
I feel like I always want to look for beads like the big ones that we have. Like, I think are really fun.
Yeah, this one like was like a random. We were at like a farmer's market in New Mexico and this guy had a snare.
Oh, wow. Thank
Okay, thank you.
I feel like if I saw on someone else, I think it's cool, but right now
Yeah.
it's reading as
I feel like that's how I think.
silly. Nadia, what are your thoughts on my half skirt? Rave reviews. Wow, that looks awesome. Knitting lineup. Show you a project. Cute. My project.
Zoe Bear doing
Nice
a
swatch.
gauge swatch like a good knitter. It's showing up really red on camera, but it's brown.
Tell your followers it's brown.
It's brown.
Purple.
No, don't listen to them. It's brown. You see what I mean though? You can't really see this mohair. It just gives it like a little bit of like,
I like the shine it gives.
yeah. Flicker around, wicked witch. Look at my thumb hole. Isn't it cutie?
First of all, look who finally has a blocking mat. I don't know if y'all have gathered this from my videos, but I didn't have one before. My roommate just got this for me for the holidays. Some of you might be surprised by that, but I also feel like you can probably tell I'm not very good at investing in fiber arts tools, given I still don't have a yarn swift and I still wind my yarn around my knees. I ended up adding the buttons to the bottom edge of the shirt instead of the neckline. I tried them up here, but it felt very top heavy, and I also have pretty broad shoulders, and I just felt like it was really accentuating that. And the buttons are at the bottom of the sleeves, so I figured that this made a little bit more sense. Let me just try it on for you. Okay, wait, look how cute this turned out. I am so pleasantly surprised because, I don't know, I guess just because of the yarn color, I figured I was gonna make something that was pretty, but that I would never actually reach for in my closet. But I feel like this is gonna get so much wear this winter. I love the fit, like the wider neckline, this length is perfect. And I'm really glad I added these thumb holes. I was obviously inspired by that red shirt I was using as a base, but it's also because like one of my biggest pet peeves is when you are like putting on a jacket or a sweater and then the sleeves of everything you're wearing underneath just kind of bunch up. And because I have these buttons along the edge, the thumb hole means that these will actually like stay peeking out of whatever I'm wearing over it. So actually, let me find a jacket as an example. So if I'm wearing this under a crop jacket like this one, look how cute it is that the little buttons are just like peeking out as a little extra detail. And then I also have these buttons clearly peeking out of the sleeves. Honestly, normally I would think this top is a little bit warm as a base layer, but it is about to be cold as balls in New York. This weekend, it's like a low of 8 degrees, feels like -10. So in climates like that, having an alpaca base layer that you can then wear a sweater over and then a coat is gonna be so clutch. And I just feel like this is a really nice alternative to like Uniqlo Heat Tech. Like it's a base layer where even after you take off all your other stuff, it's still really, really cute. Also, as a result of like the texture, the boucle, the color, I don't know, it's not sheer at all. I probably still would wear something underneath it, but it's kind of nice that I can just directly throw it on. Another reason I'm really loving the buttons on the bottom is because I love to wear my statement necklaces. And obviously I wouldn't wear a necklace and the buttons, but with the buttons on the bottom, I feel like it kind of balances out the silver up top and down below. I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed. Oh, and I still have some yarn left. I don't have a good mental conception of mohair once it's wound really tightly. Like this doesn't look like that much yarn to me, but I suspect it actually is. So I maybe could make like a matching skinny scarf. A matching skinny scarf that also has the buttons on it would be really freaking cute. Might have to add that to the list. I have been thinking about trying to write a knit pattern or a crochet pattern. Y'all need to let me know for like a mohair slim fit long sleeve. I just feel like a lot of similar patterns already exist, but most of them don't seem to have bust shaping, which is confusing to me because if it's gonna be like a slim fit top, obviously this doesn't have any bust shaping because like what bust are we accommodating? But for larger sizes, it can't just be a straight up and down rectangle. Like I know knit has stretch to it, but I don't feel like it's really gonna look good unless there is extra volume here. I also really want to do like a single strand mohair knit or crochet top that is kind of sheer, almost like those intimissimi tops that all my friends have. I do feel like the sheerness is very chic, so I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I don't really follow a lot of pattern designers, so I feel like I don't have a good conception of what's already out there. And obviously, I don't want to write something that already exists. I keep looking at this in the mirror. I actually love it. Like, I love it. I think it's so cute. And you guys know I'm never gassing myself up like this, but it's so cute. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, even though it was very, very all over the place. It was supposed to be a Chicago vlog, but then I didn't get that much knitting done in Chicago, so then it became a Cancun vlog, but then I didn't get that much knitting done in Cancun, and now we're just back in New York and it somehow became a project vlog. I'm still working on this whole making videos that don't have a full project in them, okay? It feels very weird to me, but we're working on it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys!
You left the kitchen light on and it's 2 to go there.